So there've been some new news articles that have come out about the landslide area of Rancho Palos Verdes and some things that are going on in that area with the landslides and that general area of what the city's working on and some things that they're approving. So I just wanted to cover a few of those things for you today in case you missed it. So let's get into it a little bit here. Real quick, my name is Ben Larson with the Larson Realty Group. I help people buy and sell all over the South Bay and especially here in Palos Verdes. So I like to stay up on what's happening and share that with you here in case you didn't catch it anywhere else. The first thing is that the city approved a permanent ban on development. So what does that mean? So it pertains to homes, ADUs, garages, swimming pools. Some of those main things is what it applies to. So that's just so you know for that. Obviously, this stems from a lot of the landslides that we've had, and this ban applies to about 400 homes and I think 130 vacant lots, what the article says. So now what's confusing is it doesn't mean you can't do work on your existing home. Existing homes can be remodeled, they can be updated, they just can't change the existing footprint. That's where you run into the restrictions of considered some type of a new development or an addition or something like that. People can apply for an exclusion, but it's really strict because everything that's going on over there. This is actually a ban that's been in place temporarily, and what they did was they took the ban that was there. So this isn't a new ban. This is just they took what was there and they actually made it permanent. So that was a big announcement. So you're up on that. So that was a big step, making it permanent. So that's basically the update on that. So let's move on to the next one. And now this update's pretty quick. It's basically just that the city has reviewed and approved some of the priority lists for the landslide area. And fortunately, it's pretty good cost on the things that they're focused on. Obviously, there's a lot that needs to be done. But what they did, they originally thought these specific repairs were going to be a little over 17 million. I think they've dropped it now down under 15 million. So they've saved a little over 2 million on the budget on what needs to be done. The three priorities are going to be PV Drive South repair. If you've driven on that, you know what I'm talking about. It's also the Abalone Cove sewer repair, and then GPS monitoring of the movement of the land itself so they can stay on top of it. So those are going to be the three main priorities. And there will be some other things that they're working on that are included in that, but those are the three main ones. And hopefully they can keep an eye on things and keep monitoring it and just keep mitigating the effects as best as they can. All right, so let's move on to the next one. I'll just talk about the third topic here and we'll wrap up. Okay, so and the last one is we're going to talk about it's Bill AB 986, and this is a bill that is on, at the time of this recording, the bill is on Gavin Newsom's desk. And what it's going to do is it'll open up more relief for landslide victims, not just locally here in PV, but anywhere. And kind of the reason is because landslides were considered a pre-existing condition. It's funny, it's kind of like an insurance loophole that the government funding is trying to use as well, but they're calling landslides a pre-existing condition, and this bill is basically kind of overturning that and saying that they are not. And especially there are situations like the one in PV, yes, that maybe it was pre-existing, but it was accelerated because of something that happened. So that is what caused the main issue. So we're just waiting to see what happens with that, if it gets signed, and if it does, then that will provide some more relief. I just wanted to give a quick update here on AB 986 because it did get voted on before I actually ended up publishing, so I wanted to give a quick update so you had that. It did pass the legislature, but unfortunately it was then vetoed by Governor Newsom. So that will not be passed. I wanted to just give that a quick breaking news update here on that. Okay, so there are a few topics that I saw that were kind of all related, so I wanted to get that out there, a little bit about the landslide program again. So there's the residential ban on new construction. We have the budget items that were approved and kind of the priorities of what those are going to be, and then the bill they're waiting to get signed that will hopefully bring some extra relief. So anyway, just a quick update, so stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed it, hope this was helpful. Feel free to make a comment. Let me know about anything else you want to stay up on or any other feedback you may have on any of these topics. And, subscribe, stay tuned for more information that I put out. I'll keep you updated on what's happening here locally. Again, it's Ben Larson, the Larson Realty Group, and thanks for watching.